Hello friends! This time I will give you a complete tutorial on the basics of creating consistent character images. I will give you the most basic tutorial so that when using any platform, you can still create consistent characters. You must often experience when creating AI characters, the faces of the characters you create often change. Sometimes thin, sometimes fat, sometimes brown-eyed, you regenerate them and they become blue-eyed. And even worse, you create a male character, but what appears is a man with a woman's face and long hair. This is undoubtedly frustrating. We all want to create a single character that can perform various scenes with different poses. That's why consistency is so important. Consistency is the biggest challenge when using AI, as AI processes prompts based on descriptions, not memory. So if we don't have a detailed and consistent description, the results will always be inconsistent. Therefore, before you produce many images, note down the prompts you've generated. Create a solid description that can be repeated, so your character has a clear identity and you can more easily control the results. I will give you a tutorial using only 2 tools to create consistent characters. Okay, let's get started. I will outline 4 important steps to make it easier for you to understand. The first step is to describe the characteristics of the character you are creating. Start by defining the character's gender, age, and the clothing or accessories they will wear. Here, I'll use the example of creating a male character. I'll set his age to 17, and the clothing and attributes will be customized to your preference. I'll create 3 body parts that you need to detail, and don't forget to always add the colors you want. First is the upper body, where the character you create can have any hairstyle you want, wear glasses or not, or wear a hat. It's up to you. Here, I'll use an example where the character wears a red hat, has black hair, and wears round glasses. Second is the middle body part, including what clothes your character is wearing, whether they have a watch on their hand, and so on. Here, I'll give an example of a character wearing a red jacket with a plain black t-shirt. Third is the lower body part, which includes the pants they're wearing, whether they're wearing shoes, or you can adjust it to your preference. Here, I will give an example of him wearing black pants and blue shoes. After we move on to the second step, which is giving it a background, I will divide it into 3 parts: location, time, and atmosphere. For the location, choose whatever you like. It could be a park, a school, or anywhere you want. Here, I'll use a park as the location, then set the time to nighttime. After that, choose the atmosphere. Whether it's dark and eerie, raining, or even a crowded park. Here, I've chosen a quiet park. All right, the next step is the image style we want. We can create the image in various styles, such as 3D or 2D. Here, I'll try to create the image style like Disney Pixar. Then, we'll try the command we just created in the ChatGPT. If we combine everything from the beginning, it will look like this. Create a prompt for a 17-year-old man with black hair, wearing a red hat, round glasses, a red jacket, a plain black t-shirt, black pants, and blue shoes, set against a quiet nighttime garden backdrop with a Disney Pixar-style image. Then we ask ChatGPT to create the prompt for us. Wait a moment, and ChatGPT will generate it. Once it's done, let's test it to see if the character matches what we want. Copy the prompt we just created and paste it here. I'm using the Google Imagen 3 platform, but you can use any tool you prefer, such as Leonardo AI or others. All right, let's try creating it first. And once it's done, it's amazingly cool and exactly matches the character we want. The next step is to set the pose and activity of your character, what they are doing, or more precisely, what actions they are performing, so it doesn't look odd. For example, I named this character Thomas. When we want to create an action for Thomas, we simply give the ChatGPT the action we need. For instance, Thomas is being chased by zombies while walking at night in the park. Then we just create the detailed command like this. Have him running in fear in the park with zombies chasing him without changing the previous prompt style. Oh, by the way, at the end of the video, I'll share a trick so you can have your own avatar or character by simply changing the command, making the action different without repeating the prompt. So I suggest you watch until the end and don't forget to subscribe. All right, let's continue. Copy the command from earlier into ChatGPT, and after waiting a moment, we'll get a new prompt like this. We'll generate the image, and here's the result. The character remains consistent, but with different nuances and actions. Cool, right? However, make sure to select logical image results. Let's continue. Here's how I can easily create my own avatar with various actions without repeating the prompt. For example, the character Thomas from earlier, that's our avatar. We just give the ChatGPT command like this. I name this character Thomas, always remember the characteristics of this character with the same style. Then we change the name here to Thomas. So this ChatGPT is specifically for creating the character Thomas, understand? Let's give an example command like this. Create a character named Thomas, studying in a room without changing the previous prompt. After that, ChatGPT will generate a new prompt. Once the prompt is ready, you'll know what to do, right? All right, let's try generating the image. Once the image is done, take a look. It looks cool even though the actions and background are different, but the character remains consistent. Now, if you want to create the same Thomas character again tomorrow, just open the ChatGPT you've already named and just change the command without repeating the prompt over and over. That's a quick tutorial on how to create a consistent character. Hope it's helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.